Hey guys, welcome back to the Lee and Fee channel. Got little Fee right here with me. It's been kind of a busy weekend for me, so I thought I would do like a sit down type story time video and talk about Fiona's adoption story. So please give this video a thumbs up, especially if you're a cat or pet lover like I am, and we can go ahead and get started. So Fiona's adoption story, it is kind of funny, but it's interesting. So I had moved to my apartment, it was about 3 years ago, and I was still fairly new to Texas at the time. And it was like at the end of October when we moved to our apartment. So we had moved to our apartment. Obviously we didn't have any pets or anything at that time. So when we moved in, it was like the end of October. Everything was good for like the first few months. There was no issues at all. Then when the weather started warming up and summertime came, something happened. One morning, early in the morning, went into the kitchen and there was a rat in our apartment. And I'm not kidding, the rat was at least this big, and it was not a mouse. A lot of people ask me like, Leanne, are you sure it wasn't a mouse? I am sure it was not a mouse. It was not a mouse. So anyways, I freaked out. I had never seen a rat inside of my house or an apartment in my life. So I freaked out. So I called my apartment like management and told them about it, and they were like, okay, well, we'll go put some sticky paper and that should take care of the problem. And I was like, hold on. Sticky paper, that means the rat's just gonna get on this sticky paper, start wailing and screaming, and then I'm gonna have to like do something about that. No. So they were like, okay, we'll go in, we'll take some type of poison or whatever, and that should take care of the problem. And I was like, okay. So a few days later, mind you, during these 3 days, we're terrified, and we had actually heard, like, I don't know, it could have just been our minds playing tricks on us. When I say our, I'm talking about my daughter and I. It might have just been our minds playing tricks on us, and like we swear we could like hear rats like scurrying around. So we were scared. We were sleeping in my car. We were that scared. And so the guy came with the poison, and he was like explaining like how it works and stuff. He said like it makes the rats' mouths really dry. They take it to wherever the other rats are, and it basically just like kills them, which is really sad. I didn't really like that, but anyway, so he was just explaining that, and I was like, okay, well, how long does it take to work? He was like, it can take, you know, a couple days, a couple weeks, it kind of just depends. So he was like, you know what would really take care of this problem quick is if you were to get a cat. And I was like, you know, I didn't have any pets at the time. I love animals. So I was like, well, there's an idea. So I talked about it with Barb's, and she also thought it was a great idea to get a cat. So we had started looking online, like at our local shelter, seeing like what kind of, you know, what cats were available, like how much it would cost, etc., etc. And we had cumulatively decided that we wanted a black cat. And we did find one, and I believe her name was Sabrina, and we're gonna go to our local shelter and get this cat. So that weekend came, we walked in, we were like, yeah, you know, we're looking for a black cat, we have this cat in mind. And they were like, oh, well, that cat is not really good with children, so we don't recommend this cat. So we're like, okay. So we walk through this like row where they have all the cats in like little kennels or whatever, and we see this little cute black cat, and we're like, can we look at this one? And so what they did was they took her out of the little kennel thing, they put her and us into like a little room, and just kind of so we could bond with her and see, you know, what we thought. She immediately got onto Barb's lap. I will put a picture. And she was just so cute and so sweet. We're like, we don't need to see any more cats, we're gonna take this one. So they went ahead and boxed her up, and we went home. Now I wanted to show, I still have her little like cards that we, you know, got offline. So this one's better because it's in color. You can see her little kennel card. She looks so sad. And yeah, so basically at the time it says she was in the shelter for a good 6 months. It says that she was found in an apartment complex as a stray. They classified her as a short hair domestic mix. And at the time, which she's still about 8 pounds, it has her as that. And yeah, it says she doesn't have any bite history. She didn't have a collar. So yeah, so I think she pretty much, just a theory, I guess I could be wrong, but since she was taken into a shelter so young, I just assumed that she was a stray prior. I don't think she had a prior owner. When we first brought her home, I mean, she was really chill. We didn't have any, like, she's never torn up furniture or scratched up furniture. She's never had any, like, accidents anywhere. So that kind of makes me think maybe she could have had a prior owner. I don't really know. But yeah, so after that, you know, the rest is history. I know you might be thinking, like, oh, you just got her to take care of your pest problem. That's not true. I mean, it is somewhat true, but we ended up becoming best friends. I absolutely love her. I love her to death, and I don't even remember my life before her. So yeah, she's a member of our family, and I love her so much. And if you follow me on Instagram, you should follow her on Instagram, because I put up lots of cute photos of her. And yeah, as far as the rat problem goes, I never saw a rat again. I didn't see any droppings after that. It really did help like that, like the guy said it would. So, you know, it worked out for me, it worked out for her, and it ended up building this beautiful relationship with a pet. So I will put in some pictures of her. I wanted to do this video in honor of her birthday, which is coming up on April 26th. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. And if you have any, you know, pet stories you want to share with me, definitely share with me in the comments. If you are thinking about getting a pet, I would definitely suggest going to your local shelter. There are so many animals in there without homes that need them. And it's a great feeling to rescue an animal. And yes, so thank you once again so much for watching, and have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Bye. Say bye, love. Bye. Thank you for watching.